Hi, I'm Simon with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we're going to show you how to repair your appliance. Are you ready? Remember, anytime you work on your appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. In this video, we'll show you how to replace the lower hinge assembly in an LG refrigerator. It's going to be a very easy repair. Should only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. For the job, we're going to need a Phillips screwdriver, a flat blade screwdriver, and a socket wrench with a 10mm head. When you open up the package, you're going to get a new lower hinge assembly. This door hinge is mounted at the bottom right side of the refrigerator cabinet. It supports the fresh food door, allowing it to swing open and close nice and quietly. If the state of quietness is no longer present, replace the lower hinge. Alright, so we're in front of the fridge, and what we need to do is to take the door off. For that, we need to go up on the top of the fridge, so remove the upper hinge. Now we need to remove this cover. There's a single Phillips screw in that opening down there on the bottom. Using a Phillips screwdriver, we're going to reach in and unscrew it. Next, we're going to lift up the cover. And I'm going to turn it over. The screw is out. Alright, I'm going to place down the cover. And next thing, I'm going to secure the door with the duct tape. Place it down so it won't go away while we're staying up on the ladder. Next, I'm going to disconnect this plug. There's a tab right there. Press down and pull apart. So now I'm going to turn this lock and clockwise and release it. Put it aside. Now we need to move up the hinge, so using a flat blade screwdriver, we're gonna pry it off. And remove it. Alright, so next step would be taking the duct tape off the door, just the door, not the cabinet. I'm going to keep it there. We're going to open the door and take it off the bottom hinge. I hope you emptied out all the shelves. Alright. We need to remove the bottom grill, and for that I need to open the freezer door. So our next step would be removing a couple of Phillips screws that hold the grill. I'm using a Phillips screwdriver. Now I can remove the grill. Alright, now I'm going to remove this lower hinge assembly. There are three 10mm bolts holding that hinge, so we're going to take them out. I'm going to use the 10mm socket wrench, but before that we need to raise up the hinge pin here. So for that, you may have it or may not. That nut here. I'm gonna remove that, and then I'm gonna use the Phillips screwdriver, and I'm gonna turn this pin counterclockwise. So we're gonna unscrew it and lift it up. I'm gonna do it until it will clear that bolt. All right. And next I'm going to use the socket wrench. I'm going to take out the bolts. And we're going to remove the hinge. This is the old lower hinge assembly next to the new one. If you don't have this part, you can get it from AppliancePartsPros.com. Alright, now I'm going to install the new hinge. I'm going to match the holes and place that 3 10mm bolt in. I'm going to start manually, all three of them. And I'm going to use this socket wrench to complete the job. Tighten all three. And now I'm going to lower down the hinge pin using the Phillips screwdriver. And there's a screw on the top here. I'm going to place our Phillips screwdriver there, and we are going down. this is how you adjust your door. If you need, this is the lowest position. If you need it to be higher, then you unscrew it. All right, then I'm gonna push this down. Okay. Now I'm gonna install the grill. Slide it on. And I'm gonna secure it with a couple of Phillip screws. Next, I'm going to install the door. It's a little tricky. Best if you have someone to help you. I'm gonna close the freezer door. It will give it a little support if needed. And then I'm gonna put the tape back on until we're gonna install the hinge on the upper portion. Like that. We need to stay secured. And I'm gonna step stool, step ladder. I'm gonna climb up there. All right. Right now I'm gonna install the hinge. Need to place it here under that pin here. Then this pin goes into the cutout. And I'm gonna lower down that into the door here, cutout in the door. Make sure that harness is inside the hinge. And press it down. Next thing, I'm going to install the hinge lock. We're gonna turn it counterclockwise, place it here. Then I'm gonna plug this in right there. Next, we're going to put on the cover. We need to make sure that the harness is inside on the top of the hinge. And put this in. This tab here goes in, and then I'm gonna push down on that switch and press. And now I can secure the cover with the single Phillip screw. And place it in and tighten it with a Phillips screwdriver. And now I'm going to take off the tape and I'm going to peel it off. Plug the fridge back in and make sure it's cooling. Thank you for being a part of another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. For any of your future appliance repair projects, please check out our other videos available on our site, on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Instagram.